Hi, I'm Beverly Clapp, receptionist here at Buncombe Street United Methodist Church, better known as Granny to the kids in the CDC. I want to take you on a short trip to Bethlehem today. Bethlehem is mentioned many times throughout the Old Testament. One love story that we can all relate to and we all know quite well is the story of Esther and Ruth and Boaz. Their story revolved right around Bethlehem. In fact, the case their great-grandson, the city eventually became named the City of David. Being from the City of David, that love story is something that we all can kind of relate to. But I also want to look at the prophet of Micah. In Micah 5, the prophet Micah actually predicted that the Messiah would be born in an insignificant town of Bethlehem. We also want to look at Mary and Joseph. At the time Mary was about to give birth to our Messiah, Joseph, her espoused husband, who were not married yet, and she was carrying the baby of God, the Son of God. This was a real struggle. You know, you get the gossip from the people in town going, oh, if this baby's not Joseph's, who is it? Maybe it's the little boy across the street. You know, he was always in trouble. Maybe it's his baby. And there the gossip goes on. And as we know, well and good, gossip can destroy families, can destroy relationships, and if it was left alone, they could probably succeed. Well, Mary and Joseph succeeded regardless of all of the gossip that was taking place. When they got to Bethlehem, Joseph wanted to find a safe place for Mary because she was about to give birth. There wasn't room for them in the inn. And the innkeeper, not very politely, said, "You're just going to have to go stay in the stable." Well, guess what? Baby Jesus said, "Mommy, here I come." And here she was giving birth to the King of our lives and the King of Christianity in a dirty, cold, dark stable. Growing up on a farm, the barn was the last place this girl wanted to be. And the thought of giving birth in a stable is just about the most appalling thing I can think of. But I look at the stable as something altogether different. Also growing up on a farm, the animals always came to the barn at night, and they came to the barn especially during the winter when it was cold and dark, and they would gather in the stable or in our barns just to keep warm and to protect each other. I remember going out one morning, finding a coyote dead in the doorway of the barn where the cows had killed him, protecting their calves. But let's go back and look at Mary and Joseph. Excuse me. I look at this as a safe place. Who in their right mind would have looked for the Messiah in a stable, in a cold, dark stable? But you know what? The shepherds had no problems finding him. The shepherds and the wise men found him in that stable. This was not easy for Mary and Joseph because they knew that they had the Messiah in their arms and in their love and in their care. Christmas is a real exciting time, especially for children. They want to celebrate and they want to get gifts. But for me, Christmas is a time of celebration of the King of my life and the King of my heart and my love. I want to take this opportunity to wish my family and my friends here at Buncombe Street a very blessed Christmas, a very Merry Christmas, and let's all remember and go back to that manger that wasn't this beautiful sight that we think of today, but it was cold and dark, and let's go back and be a simple Christmas and remember the King of our hearts and the King of our love, and remember why we celebrate Christmas. And with that, I would like to say, Happy birthday, Jesus.